for WebiWave, my brand new webinar service. I don't say this lightly, but it does sound kind of hypey, so let me go ahead and explain after I say it. Now, WebiWave is going to change how webinars are done. Now, if you'll go and look at the marketing for literally any other webinar service out there, I'm talking about live webinar services, not auto webinars or any of that kind of stuff. I'm talking about live webinars that make sales. But anyway, if you go look at any of the other live webinar services out there, look at their marketing, you're going to find out they are all built for people to hold meetings. They're not built to make sales. And the fact that, they are really difficult to use, and there is a lot of dissatisfaction in the market out there. Go look up anything about GoToWebinar, go into any of the big Facebook groups, and you'll see people again and again and again posting about issue after issue after issue with these services, because they're not built for us. They're built for people who are corporate, people who sit in their office all day. When we use webinars, all we're doing is using them to sell. We need a simple solution. And this is a service that people are going to want to get in. People are paying $400+ a month for, tiny little rooms on GoToWebinar. I could go on and on and on about the problems with all these other services, but instead, why don't I just show you what WebiWave does best? Sell. So this is what people see when they first go to the webinar page. So for now, I have not started the webinar, so this is what they see. The training hasn't started yet, please. So all web-based, you don't have to worry about anything, completely hosted on, everything's taken care of on my end. All you have to do is fill in some fields, and that's it.
So the page that you're creating, when it's created, it's spit out and it's being hosted on the purchaser hosting, or where's the hosting?
It's hosted on WebiWave.com.
Ah, interesting.
This here you see we've got another field for the embed code. If you did not put it in before, this would be blank, and this is where you pop in your embed code for the Google Hangout or whatever. But keep in mind, this does not actually have to be a Hangout. You could use like an easy video player or just any YouTube video or whatever you want. So if you just want to use this for replays, you could totally do that.
Chris, let me ask you a question. Is the video replay box that you have there, is that resizable, or is that just a standard fit?
It's resizable. It's resizable as far as programming goes, but I don't have it built to resize. The way I have it built right now is it just fits the width of this white box that I got here.
Okay.
However, if I were to make the box bigger or smaller, it would fit whatever. But I think the biggest thing, and one of the issues I've always had with GoToWebinar and stuff like that, is the fact that they don't let you send your users directly to the Buy Now page or whatever. Which I was never a huge fan of. They have to go and type in the URL or whatever.
Right.
That's not the case here. Watch this.
So you can decide exactly when to drop that button. Like it's
exactly.
A click of a button. You don't have to program or time anything. You can just go, blip, there it is.
Exactly.
And I was just wondering, when you hit, your call to action, your buy button, people are going to have to scroll down. They're not going to actually see it just like pop in. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, actually, when it first shows up, it'll actually force their screen to scroll down to it.
Oh, well, shit, that answers that. That fixes that problem. No, that's because that's where, people going, well, I don't see the button. I don't see the button. Well,
that's not going to happen here. Nice. There's like a 5-second delay between when you hit the button and it'll automatically show the button down at the bottom, and it'll force their screen to slide down to it.
And how are you guys handling server stress? I mean, because
there's actually very little server stress with this kind of stuff. Because
really,
I know.
Yeah.
All the heavy lifting is being handled by Google Hangouts or whoever you're hosting your video through.
Okay, so YouTube would be doing most of our shit.
Exactly. So all that's really happening on the server is little tiny requests going back and forth between the user's end and my server.
Now, are you the coder for this?
Yeah.
No, I forgot to tell you, Chris Ramsey's kind of a programming whiz. Like he won't say it. He won't say that he's a programming whiz, but I will.